Hi, second grade readers. Today we're still going to be talking about inferencing, but I want to show you that you can use bigger books and that as you're reading chapter books, you are still going to infer and you're still going to use the same strategies that we've been using all week long. You are still going to use clues from your text. You are still going to use your background knowledge, and then you're going to be able to infer or tell what maybe the character is feeling, what's going to happen in the text, how the whole book is feeling. So today I have a Cam Jansen book, and I'm just going to start reading in this chapter book, and I want to show you how you can kind of think. I'm going to think out loud as I read, and I want you to follow along with what step you think that I'm doing. Chapter 1. This one is Cam Jansen and the First Day of School Mystery. Chapter 1. I give up, Miss Lane said. We'll never get to school. Mrs. Lane was driving a school bus. It was stuck in traffic. Never get to school, a small boy said, and started to cry. Never get to school, he said again. How will I learn to read? How will I learn to write? Okay. So I'm thinking, that little boy, he's starting to cry and he keeps saying the same thing over, like, I'll never get to school, never get to school. I can tell that character is upset. Don't worry, Cam Jansen told the boy and smiled. We'll get to school. Cam and her friend Eric Shelton sat near the front of the bus, right behind the boy. Eric asked the boy his name. Tommy, the boy said, I'm in kindergarten. Well, Tommy in kindergarten, Eric said softly. Mrs. Lane always complains about the traffic and we always get to school. This time it's different, Miss Lane said. This time the cars are not moving at all. Cam looked out the window. There was a long line of cars ahead. None of them were moving. People were standing outside of their cars trying to see what was wrong. There was also a long line of cars behind the bus. Mrs. Lane banged on the horn. Honk, honk, honk. A man in a car just ahead threw up his hands. There was nothing he could do. All right, let's pause there because there's a lot to process. I'm thinking where the text said that this different this time, there were a long line of cars and nobody was moving. You know, one time I was driving down the street and we came to a stop and I thought it was just a red light, and then I realized that there was a really long line of cars and no one was moving. So you know what? It ended up that there was road construction and nobody could get through. So I wonder if that has something to do with this situation. It sounds almost like a traffic jam, right? So I'm using what the text gave me and said that there was a long line of cars. And then I'm using my prior knowledge or my background knowledge, and I'm knowing that when that happened to me, there was a problem up ahead. So and then I noticed where it said that Miss Lane banged or honked the horn, honk, honk, and the man in the car just ahead of him threw up his hands. Ooh, Mrs. Winters has had that happen to her before, where I was distracted and I wasn't going when the traffic was supposed to go. And when I did this, I was not happy. I was upset because people behind me were honking. So I'm going to go ahead and infer that that man in the car in front of them was upset because he did this, right? Good. Other people banged on their horns, but none of the cars moved. My teacher's name is Mr. Gale, Tommy in kindergarten said. I know because the principal sent a letter. A letter, Eric said. Oh no, I don't remember our teacher's name. I don't remember our room number. Eric searched in his backpack. I can't find Mr. Prell's letter. Ooh, have you ever done that before? Because I'm thinking right now, when I've come to school before, and then I couldn't find one thing that I knew I needed for that day's lessons, and I would just be like frantically looking through my backpack, right? So I'm thinking it said that, oh no, I don't remember my teacher's name. I don't remember our room number. And Eric searched in his backpack. I can't find Mr. Prell's letter. Ooh, so I can't find Mr. Prell's letter, and he is frantically searching his backpack, and I know that when I can't find something that I need for class that day, I get really panicky. So I think that right now Eric is very stressed out. That's my inference about him. Do you see how he did this even with the chapter book? So today, I want you to continue working on your inferencing and practice doing it throughout. Now, Miss Winters was talking outside of her head, and I think that'd be a really great place for you to start. And then I want you to start doing it in your head. As you're reading, start noticing those inferences that you're making. All right, great job, second graders. I'll see you again tomorrow.